If it
Okay,
didn't hurt
so you think
Trump,
that
nobody
people
would
are
care.
okay with the American elections being influenced as long as it doesn't have Trump
Well, you see,
involved?
the
That's
thing
your
is, we
answer.
beat this dead horse before in the first administration, and the
Right, but
people
now we have the
decided.
evidence. Well, y'all beat the Trump lied his way out of it, but now there's evidence he can't lie his way out of in the fact that Elon Musk exposed their location. Now it's not theory, it's not conspiracy theory, it's fact. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Hello, and welcome to the Think Tank, where we use critical thinking, deductive reasoning, and just a pinch of common sense to draw unbiased logical conclusions. Today, we're here to talk about Elon Musk exposing that the majority of MAGA influencers leading up to the election that helped Donald Trump to win were in actuality people from foreign countries influencing our elections. This is something that the Democrats have long said to be true. And Elon Musk, oops, went and proved everything that they said is no longer conspiracy theory. It's in black and white, thanks to Donald Trump's longtime associate, Elon Musk. Here to talk with me today about this exposure and what it means here and beyond is the Honorable Dion Powell. As always, my co-host and friend, welcome back to the channel. And do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Dion Powell, a district leader in the Bronx Conservative Party, political strategist, and community organizing. So, yes, I'm center right leaning, as they say.
So there's been a long history, going back almost a decade, of the Democrats accusing Donald Trump of being influenced by Russia, that saying that MAGA was actually not an America First agenda, that it was being led. It was there was people influencing the MAGA party from outside of the country, and Elon Musk upgraded X, and it showed where the location was for many, for everybody, showed where everybody's location was. And it turned out that the vast majority of MAGA influencers, the high profile MAGA influencers, were actually from outside of the country. So it appears that outside of the country influenced the election. And that's how MAGA came to power, was with outside influence based on what Elon Musk accidentally, got to throw air quotation marks on that, because you know him and Trump are friends again, exposed. And then Elon Musk was like, oops, my bad, and took the update down, but not in time for everyone to know that the MAGA influences that got Trump into place were from outside of the country and bots, which means, somebody paid for that. Who paid for it? Was it Trump? Was it Russia? Who knows? Was it a combination? Somebody paid for it. What is your take on this breaking news?
Well, I think that this actually is a result of when Elon bought X and allow people to do what they want to do and say what they want to say and not be regulated when under the Biden administration, like Facebook and other platforms with the fact checking independent contractors. And, you know, on those other platforms, you do have a locator to put where you're from and stuff like that. But now it goes to show you that just like Trump's first term, foreign influence through social media to um, sway public opinion. So this is what this tells me. In the MAGA world, it doesn't really mean much, but they have to discredit X because it's the only platform that's like number one when it comes to political discourse. They're not really looking into Mark Zuckerberg, who actually said that the Democrats did put the pressure on him to regulate, Meta and what the people like us can put on there. That's why we are the media, and now so are you, and it's free to pay attention.
So the problem is that when he put the locator on, it showed that the people that influence people to vote for Trump were bots from like Nigeria or like outside of the country. It was bot farms. They weren't real people. Somebody paid to have influence from outside the country influence our elections for Donald Trump. And that was now, this is no longer conjecture or Democrat conspiracy. This is proven now. So now that we know somebody paid outside influencers and bots to influence our election for Donald Trump, what do you think this means for the Republican Party? And why would Elon Musk do that?
This means nothing for the Republican Party because this happened before with Russia the first term, because this is how even America influences elections now through the social media. What was the second question? That was the
Why Elon
Republicans.
Musk?
Oh, Elon Musk. He is just, you see what I mean? He reacted, he cut it off, but he is going to still keep tweaking on X because X is very important to political discourse in America. So, seeing as though he has his own agenda as a technocrat, that's another vocabulary word does not use like fascist. As a technocrat, he's going to try to use X to be the platform for controlling political discourse and influencing certain policies. And also having a free space we can point to and say, hey, this is not a place where you're going to be censured. Understand?
So the fact that someone paid bot farms to influence to influence United States electors to vote for Donald Trump is not something that's going to be a problem for the Republican Party in your worldview?
Only the media, once they use it and they put it on loop, like January 6th, yes, that's going to be a problem during the midterms overall. For the Republican Party itself, not so much.
Okay, so there are MAGA supporters that believe it is okay for other countries to influence American.
No, no, Leo, no. The answer is no.
What do you mean the answer is no? You just said yes. You said it's okay for other countries.
No, I didn't say it's okay. I said this is not
Well,
going to do anything to the Republican Party
so the
because,
Republican Party is going to be fine, even
yes,
though they're allowing, they're
they're not allowing
gaining
anything.
power.
Elon Musk, this is a private person. The
He's a
Republican
private
Party,
person, but what he exposed was that outside countries were influencing our elections for Donald Trump. That's what was
no, the
exposed.
point is that the government is not influencing or pressuring Elon Musk to do anything. He doesn't
It's
want
not
to.
about Elon Musk.
But
What
you
Elon
just said
Musk
Elon Musk.
exposed, I don't think you understand. Maybe I will say
Maybe
it
I'm
differently.
groggy.
What
Yes.
Elon Musk showed was that outside countries were influencing the election for Donald Trump. That's what happened. How does that affect the Republican Party? That the reason that Donald Trump is in power is because of influences from other countries, because that is what got exposed.
Right. You see, that has nothing to do with the Republican Party as a whole. Maybe, just maybe, it influenced the other voters that pushed Trump over the top that win the Electoral College and the popular vote, just like the first term with Hillary Clinton and Russia actually are doing that on the social media as well. Maybe that's the point. That's the demographic you should focus on. All the people that voted for Donald Trump who are not Republican that love X. Because for the Republican Party itself, this is not going to really affect them either way, in my opinion.
So it's okay that the Republican Party is now in power based on, because many of the Republicans wouldn't be there either if they weren't MAGA. And MAGA came to the power that it came to be because of because of the influence from outside countries,
That's not
which is
entirely true.
bots.
That's
That's
not.
what was exposed in the story. That was the whole thing. That's the whole
But
point.
that's not the. That's not entirely true itself because remember, the blue team had a horrible candidates, and the blue team also tried to pressure social media to censor people with their comments and contents related to politics or the Dr. Fauci ouchie. The Trump administration, it doesn't allow that. Elon Musk makes
Deflecting
his own
to what the
decision.
Democrats have done versus Donald Trump's party getting power from outside resources outside the country, bot farms from other countries. Who paid for those bot farms? Was it Trump or was it Putin? Someone paid for it. Somebody wanted Trump in power.
Well, the some people could argue that for the first term debacle with Russia, Russia, Russia. But again, Donald Trump has nothing to do with this. He didn't tell anybody to do this. If anything, Elon
So if
Musk.
Trump didn't do
So
it, who did?
we don't know that. But so far, Elon Musk is
Someone paid
exposing.
billions of dollars to
I
put
don't know
Trump
about
in
that.
office using influence. That's 100% fact. This is undeniable.
The fact of the matter, it's
This is
not
what Elon
facts.
Musk showed. If if these MAGA influences or bot farms with bot farms controlled the election narrative from outside the country, the amount of people, the amount of reach that they got was paid for. The numbers that had to be paid for the amount of reach they got is in the billions of dollars. This is not up for conjecture. This is what it is. These are facts. Outside of this is speculation. The facts are that someone paid billions of dollars to influence the country to vote for MAGA from outside the country. Those are the facts that Elon Musk released with that location finder. So how does who paid for it, and how does the fact that it was paid for outside the country to influence our elections affect the Republican Party? Is the question.
Good. And then hopefully the investigative journalism training instincts will kick in. The media will do its job and look for that person and leave Trump's name out of it because that is a foreign power and entity. So just like other wars that are going on here that's trying to influence public opinion to support or not support, who is that person and why? But for right now, the Republican Party is still going to be using X. And a lot of other people that believe in free speech are still going to be using X regardless. They're just going to probably take it with a grain of salt now to see who's who and what's what. But people can tell bots when they see them. Understand?
Obviously not, because otherwise Trump wouldn't be in power.
That's not true.
Well, a lot of the people that voted for MAGA, a lot of them, present company excluded, a lot of them do not have the capability of determining bots. As a matter of fact, bots are so good now that like you can be fooled, I can be fooled. It's not a matter of intelligence at this point. It's the bot talking about AI, like, and all it's doing is pushing misinformation, and the misinformation benefited Trump. And the question is, who and why did someone pay billions of dollars to put false information out to put Donald Trump in place? You're saying it's not Trump, but Trump is the one that benefited.
Right, and that's the problem. Everybody's concerned. Now they found out another alleged Achilles heel that benefits Trump. It must be taken down. So good luck.
This is not an Achilles heel that benefited Trump. This is
You said it benefited Trump. You just said it. So now this is
if
the
this
reason
that's
why it has to be explored further and used against them. Not
the
to
reason it has to be explored further is because an outside country influenced American elections. Like, that is the entire point. An outside power influenced American elections. Who and why?
good.
That's
Hopefully the media will investigate this. But in the meantime, the one reason and fuel and motivation is that it benefited Trump. So find out who the person is or
so
entity
you think if
and
it didn't
expose them.
benefit Trump, that would be that it wouldn't be big news? Is that what you're saying? Because
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
flabbergasted.
Yes. 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 That's the answer. If it didn't
Okay,
benefit
so you think
Trump,
that
nobody
people
would
are okay
care.
with the American elections being influenced as long as it doesn't have Trump
Well, you see,
involved?
the
That's
thing
your
is, we
answer.
beat this dead horse before in the first administration, and the people
Right, but
took
now
our
we have the
side.
evidence. Well, y'all beat the Trump lied his way out of it, but now there's evidence he can't lie his way out of in the fact that Elon Musk exposed their location. Now it's not theory, it's not conspiracy theory, it's fact.
nobody would know about this until Elon Musk made the mistake, allegedly, to inadvertently expose these facts. Now,
Now everybody
the
knows.
media, the media is trying to use it against Trump, as always, like all things like the Russia collusion. But like the boy who cried wolf, this has gotten old. People want to watch a different show on TV.
Okay. The defense for Donald Trump being placed in power by foreign entities is old news. Got it. Well, that's it for us today. If you're enjoying the content, like, share, subscribe. We have these little yeah moments all the time when we go back and forth. You like to call it a dance. I like to call it a power struggle. And it's more like a kata for me because a kata is nothing but a dance. So if you ever was into martial arts, like you can do very strong, very beautiful, very amazing katas, which is just nothing but practicing the fight. So kind of like a sparring session, but it's a dance. You learn the moves, you do the moves. It's a kata, it's a dance. But that's just years of martial arts. Anyway, if you like, share. If you're enjoying the content, like, share, subscribe. I'm on my big push right now. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We want to be in your face so you can hear what's really going on from both sides versus hearing it from the mainstream media where they're not giving you both sides, they're giving you slants. Like you heard both sides, like you heard what Republicans have to say about this Elon Musk leak versus what everybody else is saying, because I'm not a Democrat, so I can't say what the Democrats are saying. He's saying what the Democrats are saying. I'm saying what I see as an independent. He's saying, well, the Democrats are saying this and we're saying this. And I'm like, well, what I see is. And so you're getting three different viewpoints without having to get completely slanted information from one source, which is the beauty of independent media. So thank you for coming. Um, and this is going to be Leon Dion signing out.